Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. And I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. And today's video, you're going to be watching Chris package up one of our wholesale orders from Fair, just to see how he goes about doing everything, because he's pretty meticulous and has it down. He has done so many wholesale orders that I swear he is a pro now with it. And I've had a lot of people ask me questions as of lately on how to make sure that the large amount of products that you will be shipping out are going to be protected during transit, because I know how scary it can be to ship out so many products and not want any of them to break in transit. And the only way that my best advice going forward in this video is basically it's better to overdo the packing than go on the lighter side when it comes to packing. So you'll see how Chris packages it up in this video, but the very first part of it is to make sure that none of the products get scuffed up. So that is the reason why he is wrapping everything in tissue paper, because what we found is that even with adding in like packing peanuts or crinkle cut or whatever it is inside of the boxes, that there's a higher probability of them getting scuffed up a little bit. Now, I'm not sure if this is because we use matte black vessels. I don't know if that would be different if you used clear vessels, but we just make sure that we are trying to have the products arrive in the best condition to the retailers. So taking the extra time to wrap them up in tissue paper is just kind of that additional step to make sure that you are going to have a good product once the customer gets it at wherever you are shipping it off to. And we typically get feedback from our retailers that everything is packaged really well. And again, I just got to give it to Chris. He does such a good job with packaging and is way more patient and way more meticulous than I ever was. I was pretty good when it came to the actual packaging it up in the box and making sure the packing peanuts were all around everything. But he just does everything so well. So this is kind of the finishing touch of getting all those packaged up. And then once that is done, you can kind of see the order up there. He's just going to go through and highlight everything. And this is just to show that, you know, you're going through everything, making sure all the products are there. Now, this is a rather small wholesale order, but especially when there's a lot of products, it's really helpful to go through and just highlight what is there. And then those cards right there are actually candle care cards that I had made not too long ago. They're kind of like business sized, and it was easier to have those instead of the bigger card sizes that I have right there. So that's just a thank you card to the retailer. And then now what he's going to be doing is opening up the box and then putting a bunch of peanuts at the bottom. So that is going to be a protective layer going in at the bottom of the box, so that when he puts in this divider, you know that the bottom of it is going to be protected with peanuts, because you never know how these boxes are going to be treated as they are going through transit. Something that I think is really awesome is that we actually reuse those little inserts. So if you're wondering where we get those inserts, there's two different ways. One is, for the most part, we reuse them from the jars that we get from California Candle Supply. So as you can see, those Cali jars right there fit really perfectly in with those, because that's the size of the box those are the products that are used with those dividers. But Chris has made those before. So he's ran out before, and he just went ahead and cut up some cardboard and just made his own. I don't know if that was a handmade one or if that was one that was reused from boxes, but he's pretty good when it comes to that kind of thing. He can kind of makeshift and make things if needed, which is also really handy to have as a talent of his with this business. So now something that's really important to do is just make sure that the packing peanuts are going to do their job properly. So instead of just pouring packing peanuts on top and closing the box, we like to make sure that we are putting the packing peanuts all around the products and all around the sides, because again, you don't know how much movement the boxes are going to go through during transit. So to take that extra step and make sure that the packing peanuts are all around the products is just going to somewhat guarantee. I don't want to say this is 100% guarantee, but we haven't had any complaints with any of our products. And I think, again, taking that additional time Even though it can seem time consuming, taking that additional time to really make sure that you're packaging up everything really, really well is just going to save yourself in the future from having to redo everything or ship out more product to your retailer, because it should only have to take one time, one shipment for those products to get there. Of course, there are things that can happen that are out of your control, specifically with the handling of the, postal workers or UPS workers or whoever it is that are handling your packages. We know as business owners that as soon as we drop off our package, we really have no control over what happens as it gets to the customer's front door. It's not like we're personally hand delivering all of the packages, as much as sometimes I would like to be able to do, but we're not driving to New York anytime soon. So of course, shipping is going to be the easiest and best way to do it. So you're basically just trying to make it foolproof, or safe, tossing proof. I don't know how to say that. Basically, to where if you drop this off of like a 3-story building, you're thinking, okay, can this be protected, type of thing. So now he puts on another layer of peanuts on top, and then that pack right there is actually our scent discovery pack, and we send that to any new retailer. So scent discovery pack is just wax melts and all of the scents that we offer. And it just allows the retailer to get an idea of the other scents that we have, and it helps to encourage reorders as well. So if they're ordering, let's say 4 different scents, they get the scent discovery pack, and then they want to order 4 different scents the next time they order. So as you can see, he's now pulling out an even bigger box. So we always do a box in a box. Again, I know this may seem like, oh, is that unnecessary to do? But trust me, again, like I was saying, you'd much rather just take the time in the first go around when you're first shipping it out to make sure that it is going to arrive safely to the customer than have to do everything over again. So we take bigger sizes, and I will have the different sizes up on the screen right here, so that you can see which box sizes that we use. So he's going to add in some packing peanuts down at the bottom, and then put that box that you just saw him wrap up in there. And I swear this is probably, I don't want to say guarantee, but pretty dang close to guarantee that your items are going to arrive safely to the retailer, with all the different things that could happen, all the fact that candles, room sprays, all that is so breakable. It can, again, be really scary to ship out, but it's really just a matter of making sure that you are having as little movement as possible in the package. So you don't want things to be rattling around. You want to make sure that there is very little movement, which is why there's all the packing peanuts in there. And we use the biodegradable packing peanuts, so they're like cornstarch or something. They dissolve in water. I don't like the regular ones. I like using this ones. But that is it. You can see there's other wholesale orders in the back. I just really wanted to have Chris record this so that you can see how an order is packaged up from start to finish with different products, and specifically breakable items like candles and room sprays that are made of glass. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. If this was helpful for you, please go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow us over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo, and I will see you in my next video.